let's get to your game now. And this is in the Republique. Now, do you enjoy the Repub, Gaelic?
I like it, but I don't play as much as I should.
And why is that?
The configuration of the turrets.
It's a little wonky, isn't it? Because you only have 2 turrets and there's one on each side of the ship.
Yeah, and if one goes out, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, yes, you are. Okay, here we go. Now, do you run this as like a secondary build?
No.
Okay. The reason I'm asking, there's a couple of different ways to run this particular ship, right? You can run it as more of a tanky battleship, or you can run it as a secondary ship. Both are valid. Tanky is probably your better pick between the two of them. Okay.
So one of my division mates and I decided to take out our new clan member who is a female, which is nice to see more females getting into the game.
Uh-huh. That's Avalan, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got Scottish Samurai. I saw you playing with Scottish before.
Okay. Yeah, we always play Divi, but she's been very interactive in the clan and wants to do more division plays, so we take her out.
And now, so there's that, but then you decided to take her out while she's down tiered from you, which basically means that she's bottom tier here because you're up against super ships.
She's working on the British battleship line, so we took her out to help her try and get up quicker.
Okay.
Plus she doesn't have a lot of ships.
Fair. Now, I mean, the Lion at tier 9 is one of my favorite ships, right? She's quite strong, super heal, all that. You can just HE everything. And against top tier, or against super ships, you get extra XP earnings. So I could see the synergy there. 3 battleships, though, feels weird. 3 of any of the same class is weird.
I get that. I get that. But she's actually for a new player, she's pretty good.
Sure. The reason I'm bringing that up, though, is because there's 5 battleships in this game. Look at your Lepanto, look at your Kurfürst. Your Kurfürst is trying to work that flank, which is smart. Your Lepanto is noping out of this, which is scary to think about. But your div mate Lion is there. You're heading that direction, too, with your Burgon friend. Right, SATs.
We're just trying to help her out.
Sorry, go ahead.
We're just trying to help her out. We did pretty well last night. 7 games, 2 losses.
Yeah, there you go. But I mean, I think SAT is kind of touching on what I'm talking about here. Is that if you're bringing 3 battleships, you don't have a lot
of choices.
Yes, you don't have the flexibility that comes from bringing a ship of a different class. So a destroyer to control spotting would be extremely helpful here.
Well, I did play Delana earlier on.
Fair enough. Nice hits there on the Des Moines. That was spicy. Very spicy. Now, I know you're a scroller. We've talked about that before, so we're not going to go into that for this particular replay. But I haven't seen a case where scrolling has had an impact on your ability so far.
You mean like hold down the right key button to free view?
What I mean is, using the scroll wheel to zoom in instead of hitting the shift button to snap the zoom.
Well, just a habit. I'm left-handed.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. So that does have an impact, right? If you're left-handed, so your mouse is in your left hand, is that correct?
My mouse is in my left hand, but I don't have two fingers on 2 buttons. I have 1 finger on 1 button. Okay. And I just kind of move that left to right for the scroll button and the mouse button. It's how
Okay.
I've always it's how I've always held a mouse.
Fair enough. Okay, so I was not aware of that, but it makes sense. So if you're doing that, okay, I'm looking at my keyboard. If you're doing that, one thing you might want to think about, it could be worthwhile, is if you've got a regular full-size keyboard with a number pad, thinking about,
I'm using the arrow keys.
okay, yeah, do you have a number pad?
Yeah, but I'm
Okay,
using the arrow keys because it's a lot easier because I just need 2 fingers.
sure. Okay.
That's what she said.
So,
Yeah,
oh,
that's what she said, kitten, yeah.
lol. So, I'm just bringing that up because one of the things that I did personally a while ago was think about how I'm using my hands, and I'm a righty, okay? So my mouse is my right hand, my left hand is on the keyboard, and I rebound a bunch of keys so that, like, P, for example, right, to turn off anti-air, I don't want to take my hand off WASD, so I changed that to tilde. And change consumables so I can use my index finger on my left hand to use those consumables. You might want to think about doing the same thing with your right hand. Whatever keys you can hit with your fingers, you might want to think about rebinding those keys so that you can, have your mouse in your left hand and use those keys on your right hand. You know what I mean? By the way, I like the turnout here. I think this is smart. With the Vermont here, very good idea. And then the Annapolis going broadside. Oh, punish him, please. He's turning away already, though, so you have to
Yeah,
plan
I
that.
don't think I got a good hit on him.
Okay. Your secondaries are going off, so you must have something in the secondaries on this, Captain.
Maybe just the first secondary commander skill, maybe.
Hmm. Okay.
But I didn't build it as a secondary build.
Gotcha. I find that Repub is actually one of the more fun battleships to do secondary build. That being said, you're not gonna maybe do as much damage or win as much, but she's just fun.
Then I found myself in here, like this situation here, I found myself I was going too far away from the action.
I paused it here for a second because I think this is a decision point for you, Gaelic. And your decision is, do I keep kiting away? Do I turn left or do I turn right? What do you think is the right choice here?
Well, if I can remember rightly, I turned right and I came back in.
Okay.
And then
Chat?
I faced all the battleships
Okay.
in front of me.
Chat, I'd like you guys to weigh in on this too. Which way would you recommend turning here? You go straight, you go right, you go left. Where would you go at this decision point? Now, Gaelic, you said you turned right here. Okay.
Well, it was
I feel
obvious.
like I'm in driver's ed class right now.
Good. That's what you should be in.
I turned right because my guns were facing right. Because it takes a while for the guns to turn back round.
Now, the Republique has got quicker turning guns than a normal battleship, but you're absolutely right, which is something we talk about a lot. The other thing is, look at the Jean Bart on the enemy team. Now, I don't know if you can hit him or not necessarily because of the map objects, but you do have a good broadside on that Jean Bart. You also have a good broadside on the Sonia Tsen.
Oh yeah, I did get a good shot in the sun actually.
Yeah, you're
But that's
scrolling
later
in
on.
now. Unfortunately, you lost him. Now, that's an example there. If you could, I'm just thinking to myself, okay, if you've got a number pad, if you replace the arrow keys with the number, so 8 is up, 4 is left, 5 is down, 6 is right, now you can hit the circle, the 0 key, which you on your thumb,
Yeah.
to snap zoom in or out, and that could save you the time needed to jump in and
But
get that hit. You know what I mean?
even though I had lost the sight of the Sun Yat-sen, I
Yeah.
kept my cursor exactly to where I think he was going to be, and I got a Citadel at.
Yeah, that was really good. I saw that.
So
Jump.
even if I can get a hit on a ship, if I lose contact, I try and uh, keep my cursor where it is and try and figure now, is he still going the same way? And I'll just
Hmm.
fire just for the chance to get in a hit.
I like that. A lot of players would give that shot up and then would do something else. By the way, I think your better target is the Jean Bart here. You've completely ignored him until, well, nope, maybe. Hard to tell what you're looking at here. Now, unfortunately, by this point, the Jean Bart has gone bow into you. So Sun Yat-sen, I'd go back to the Sun Yat-sen. Gary says, take a
Yeah,
look at every ship that could shoot you. Yes,
yeah,
right.
yeah. So I looked back at the Signac Sin and I was wondering if I can squeeze another shot in between the islands as he goes past.
Yep. Now, Jean Bart is forced to give you a broadside here, and he's going to go down. Yep, we saw that coming. Nice hit there.
Yeah, well, I thought at this point, why don't we just work on one ship at a time and
Sure.
eliminate them that way? The more ships firing at the one target, focusing the one target, the better chance of taking that one down quicker and eliminating one ship.
Oh,
Then we can all
absolutely.
focus on another ship.
Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes, I agree with you there. And Kitten is saying she will be doing pulling a winner after this battle. So if you haven't yet joined, exclamation ticket, type that in the chat. You've got to be a follower to win. We are follower only mode, so that pretty much means everybody who types exclamation point ticket can win.
Remember, guys, you poop, you lose.
Kitten is very good at punishing poopers, so don't let her punish you. Now here you could slow down and get set up for a shot on the Schlieffen, but fortunately for you, the Vermont is turning back in. So, yes, please, thank you.
Like I said, I don't play this ship much because of the gun configuration. Because if you lose one, you're
Yep,
kind of screwed.
you are. Now, your secondaries are going at about 10 kilometers, so, and the reason I bring that up is because while you could put some points into secondaries, I think it's better if you go all secondary or all not. In terms of your captain build,
Yeah,
you got
I'm quite happy the way it's built just now.
and if you're happy with it and it's working for you, then that's what you keep with it. Oh, Schlieffen, this will be the kill that wins the game right here. He's giving you broadside. There it is. I called it. All
I
right,
thought it was a good game, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't a good example for Republic.
I think it was, and I hope I gave you some things to think about, especially in regards to keybinds. I think that's an area that could really help your game, frankly.
I get that. I just try not want to move my hands too much
Yep,
over the
exactly.
keyboard all the time, because then
Yeah,
if it comes to a situation, then I'm scrambling to get back to
yep.
my action keys.
No, no, you're exactly right. And that's, like I said, what I did with me when I thought about my key bindings with my left hand. Same thing. How can I put my left hand and what can I do with my left hand? What keys can I hit? How can I set it up so that it makes sense to me? And then I had to retrain myself to use it. But, that could help. Hey, feed the fish.
Yeah, so I never take my hand off the mouse,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
I
yeah.
just use my right hand for everything else.
Right.
So if I do any key binding, it's going to be close to where my right hand is. I don't want to be crossing my hand over.
No, and like I said, the only thing I would do with a keybind is if you've got a number pad, use your right hand on the number pad and then rebind those keys. Because
Yeah,
now you got the four keys from Arrow, plus you've got all the other keys available. So you've got a lot of options that way.
I have tried that before in the past, and I found myself hitting the wrong buttons at the wrong time.
Sure. it takes a while. You have to train yourself with what you're trying to do. So that's understandable.
I've got a couple of buttons on the side of my mouse, but I had a bad habit of hitting them by accident.
Mm, I hear you there too.
Well, I just hope that was a decent example on how to play Republic.
No, it was good. I mean, you did a really nice job of getting some good flank shots on targets. I think there was only one case where I felt like the use of scroll versus a snap zoom in had an impact. Other than that, I mean, it was a solid game. You had the ability to punish broadsides of cruisers and battleships, and you did so.
I like Republic, but like I said, the gun configuration. If you lose one gun, you're completely screwed.
Yes, very true.
The only thing going for you is your secondaries, and the chance to maybe
Yep.
hit something with the one remaining gun. The worst
Hmm.
part is if you lose your front gun, it means you've got to turn around and reverse in.
And that's one reason I think that a lot of people like to do secondaries on the Repub because then you at least have other guns available. But even then, yeah, it's a challenge. So thanks for
Well,
sending it in, man.
I hope it was worth replaying.
It's
Oh, absolutely.
fun, yes, but they don't pin. I mean, I run secondary repub. It's fun.
So French secondaries aren't about penetrating. French secondaries are about setting fires. So you want to boost their DPM, you want to boost their fire chance, and then you want to start as many fires as you can with those secondaries. You're not trying to do hard damage like you would a German battleship, for example.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, thank you.
Hey, thank you, and thanks for gifting us up to hard tickets earlier. That was awesome,
You're welcome.
and all your support, man. I really appreciate it.
Well, I have fun.
Good.
Gaelic's always such a sweetheart.
Gaelic's an awesome dude.
Oh,
it really helps-
I try and be.
It really helps understanding too that you're a lefty. I did not realize that, and that has a huge impact in the game. So I love that. I think that's great that you're able to make it work. You know.